Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I am Ben the Bold, and welcome back to our Hannibal at the Gates campaign where we are Carthage. Now, between the two episodes, the last episode and this one, I did a couple things. One, I started to plan out my strategy for invading Rome. I need to, and again, I'm not necessarily trying to cripple Rome right away. I actually kind of want Rome to become much more powerful than they already are. I want them to really challenge Carthage for dominance, not just in Iberia, but also on Sicily and Sardinia and Corsica, and really worldwide, because after all, my armies are going to grow very vastly, and eventually I would like to face off against a major boss. That boss could also be, I don't know, Egypt or Phrygia in the late game, but I would like it to be Rome. After all, we are Carthage. We should be fighting the Punic Wars. Anyway, we have to fight Rome, though, to take control of this little territory to fulfill one of our missions. Again, my whole thing in this campaign is I'm trying to fulfill all of the missions. That's why I haven't even taken out these two little cities or little nation states yet, because, well, I haven't had a mission to do so. I've mostly been just following my missions. Although, could I actually colonize you? Sorry, I just want to go ahead and... There's a... Now can I colonize you? Nope, I don't have... Alright, well, whatever. I'll get to that eventually. I guess I could be... Get that off of local autonomy and go to cultural assimilation. What am I doing? Same here. Anyway, what else did I do between the episodes? Oh, I also decided to go ahead and build a grand army. This is a 30,000 man strong army. It has 8 archers, 2 heavy, I mean you can see what it has, but 8 archers, 2 heavy cavalry, a bunch of heavy infantry, some light cav. It has, importantly, 2 supply trains. Why does it have 2 supply trains? Well, because it has 5 war elephants, and those things eat a lot of supplies. That's right, fully stocked, it holds 160 food, but it also is going to eat a lot per month. And in fact, it is, well, these armies are eating this province out of house and home. Why are these 4 armies sitting here? Well, because I am currently fabricating a claim on Turdentania. Why? Because before my war with Rome, because I'm not going to amass a huge amount of aggressive expansion against Rome. So before my war with Rome, I want to go ahead and try to grab the necessary territories to complete this mission, which is securing Baetica. Now, once I do that, I can just keep on moving down the line, including restoring Tartesia and also Hispanic Overlord. Now, I think it's going to be wise to go to war with you first before going to war with Rome. That'll just... Because, again, I'm not going to be taking a ton of aggressive expansion trying to grab Rome. Although I still do have to go to war with a couple of these other smaller tribes as well. I did also gain 2 allies. I allied with Ruthenium as well as Ilergitia, however you pronounce that name. I did so because my war with Rome, I'm planning on it being in a 3-pronged attack. Of course, I will advance and occupy the city of Danium very, very early on in the war. Then those armies in Iberia will assist my allies in taking out the Roman kind of exclave here in southern Gaul, northern Iberia. Whereas my grand army, obviously it will have some reinforcements as well, will land in southern Italy and cause the Roman armies to be split among their kind of territories out here and southern Italy. If this goes well, I will then use my superior navy and invade northern Italy. Oh, and also, sorry, here's the 3rd prong of the attack. I will move these 10,000 troops into Corsica, and just, I don't think I'm going to run into any resistance in Corsica, but I would love to siege that area down as well. My goal for the war, well, obviously, to take this little territory, and I would not mind removing Corsica from Rome's sphere of influence. Aside from that, though, I don't necessarily want to beat Rome down too much. I want them to become strong for the late game. Again, I'm kind of letting Rome get big. If I wanted to, I'm pretty sure I could crush them in the next war. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll be a more difficult foe than I imagine. We are almost there in November. On November 1st, we will have enough. Our claim will be fabricated and we will go into war again. We also did do a large naval expansion. We now have 104 ships, and in fact, that number should be rising. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just build a few more Tetriers. And indeed, our claim has been fabricated. Let us go ahead and declare war. I'm not going to bring in any of my allies. Tartesia has a truce with them, and then, you know, those two countries, they're just too far away to do much. Plus, I don't think I'm going to need any help. So let's go ahead and declare war. Yep, take that province. Good. Yeah, we're forcing it through the Senate. That's fine. And immediately, this army of 30,000 line infantry is going to head to the capital. You are going to go and assist. This army is going to capture the province capital so that we can reinforce our armies in these territories, or re-up our food supplies in these territories, and you're just going to go take a province. I could go ahead and call Tartesia into the war now. I think that's a bug, but you know what? Why not? Ooh, in fact, this army will actually go ahead and make a beeline for their army, since we have plenty of food right now. Alright, well, we've lost visuals on their army, but either way, you'll just sit tight here. In the meantime, these 16,000 men will just try to take this province. Oh, there's their army. Not too worried about it, of course. In fact, I'm probably just going to go ahead and, since you have a supply wagon, we've suffered a notable death. Since they have a supply wagon, I'm actually just going to go ahead and send them to siege down that fortress. Let's go ahead and get a new Raphat. It'll be Pautibal. He's a member of the mercantile faction. That's good. Let's take a look at our government. It's been a little while since we did. Doesn't look like the populace are going to be in control anytime soon. Sounds like there's nothing. It sounds like there's definitely going to be the religious faction in power soon next. So I'm all for that. Increase that omen power. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and move these 10,000 troops back to where they like to be, over here on this little peninsula in the city of Misua. They will, of course, assist our grand army in the invasion of southern Italy. Did they just finish building this fort? Did that fort just come into line? Let's see. As far as a new omen, I mean, you can never go wrong with commerce income, up by 20%. Although, citizen output also helps commerce income and helps research. I'm going to go to war with Rome soon, so discipline would be good, but I think I'm just going to go with citizen output still. It sounds like the Turdetanians, they suffered a defeat at the hands of the Tartesians. They're grateful for the Tartesian alliance, at least for now. I could assault this fort in that fight real quick, but I'm going to hold off for now. We're going to be able to siege it down under using normal circumstances fairly quickly, I believe. I'll go ahead and use these 16,000 men to chase down their retreating army. Let's end this fight. And I'm actually just going to pause real quick, and I think I'm going to go ahead and build another city, because after all, I need 5 cities over here to... I need 5 cities over here to complete said one of these missions. Of course, I'll grab the city of Danium in a war. I think I'm just going to build an inland city in here. I'll also probably build a fort there eventually. Yep, and I think we're just going to easily wipe out that army. That's a stack wipe, and now let's actually just keep going. Well, I guess those were their mercenaries, but let's keep going, and we've won this siege. That's going to speed things up substantially. We should stack wipe this army too, and boom, come on, stack wipe. Alright, not a stack wipe, but we certainly did a number on them. We have a new election coming. I just didn't realize how many forts they had when this war started. Looks like we have a new election. I'm gonna go with Carthage gets primary culture happiness -10. I'm actually losing money. Ooh, I guess that's probably because I went with the citizen output instead of the commerce income. Whoopsie daisy. Oh well. We can either disband some troops or disband some navy or delete a fort or two. We'll be fine. But first, let's go ahead and win this war. We're not in any danger of running out of cash anytime soon, so... Yeah, the war is practically over at this point. I guess I could use these 30,000 troops. Really, I'm going to use these 16,000. Nope, these 20,000 to come and siege down the last of their, or attack the remnants of their once proud army. However, compared to the Carthaginian, disciplined Carthaginian troops, this army is nothing more than, well, just a large band of rabble-rousers. Yeah, and in fact, their morale is so low, we're just going to easily defeat them right off. Go ahead and trade away for some fish. Yep, they lost quite a few men here. We are going to go ahead and give chase. But all in all, pretty easy victory. We are gaining money again, which is good. This siege is almost over. We have a new oratory advancement. Excellent. And throughout this war, we've actually been gaining manpower. So, I mean, that's not even fair. Not even fair. I know that they're just 30,000 line infantry, but I'm going to go ahead and have them attack these 21,000 men. Just since their morale was so low, it's going to be an easy victory. And we should hopefully get that stack wipe anytime now. Like right there? Nope. But they don't have very far to run. Yeah, this one should be a stack wipe. Yep, there it is. Finally stack wiped them. Their army is done. Oh, and it looks like a large portion of their army was actually mercenaries. Well, unfortunate for them, I see. And now as soon as these two sieges fall... Come on, fall for me. Nope. As soon as these two sieges fall, we will see the end of Turdetania. And we will see a lot more aggressive expansion for us. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and move you back to where you will be when our war with Rome begins. You can also head to... Oops. Oh, an incendiary slave speaks. A hot-headed slave with a talent for oration by the name of Unibellus has been stirring up his fellow bondsmen in the city of Aquae Serenus. Well, we could say he's useful. We'll lose some political influence. We could just say what of it. I'm going to say he's useful. We're going to lose some popularity. Someone's going to... Ooh, the head of the Giscoid family is going to lose 10 loyalty. What's going on with your loyalty, bro? Loyalty changes... Alright. Due to high power base. Oh, and that tyranny. We could crucify him. You know what? I'm actually going to do this. We're going to get some tyranny, but we're going to make you a little happier. Alright, come on, y'all. Drop these forts for me. I'm going to go ahead and build a city here. Let's do a library, a theater, as well as a temple. And in fact, let's go ahead and change you from civilization to religious conversion and build a second temple. Maybe a third temple. Let's just build a bunch of temples. Although, in this province, actually, the conversion speed is pretty high, and in the actual city of Urki itself, we actually probably don't need all those temples. So, let's go ahead and delete 2 temples, and go double down on libraries. Alright, so it looks like they're trying to siege back some of their land, but we have 100% war score. They'll give us whatever we want, and what we want is all of it. Now that's going to be 24 war score. Okay, so never mind. I don't want all of it. In fact, I don't even want most of it. This is not land that I necessarily wanted. I just wanted for the mission. So that would give me 12 war score. That's more realistic. Let's make sure... But really all we need is... Oh, and some of that actually belongs to Tartesia. Oh. Okay, so it looks like we'll have to break that alliance with Tartesia eventually. So really all we want is this province plus maybe these 3 territories just to connect it with our land. I don't want to drive up my aggressive expansion so high. So let's just do that. Let's just grab that province plus those 3. That'll work for me. And that's only 8 aggressive expansion. That's not bad. So now all of a sudden we definitely need to... Let's see. Maybe in this city, let's go ahead and build... couple of theaters and temples, and make the populace, well, you know, a little bit more happy about their new rulership, shall we? Their province loyalty is actually going up. Good. Didn't really expect that. I'm only making 7 gold per month. I'm going to go ahead and grab this navy. And move it. We're going to grab these 28,000 men. Those 28,000 men are going to assist our allies' invasion of northern Iberia. And that, I will begin that invasion first. Why am I choosing to invade northern Iberia before southern Italy? Well, because I want to pull the Roman armies out of Italy itself. I also want to make sure that I have more boats than they do, and I don't right now. They have a lot more boats, so they saw that I was trying to build up my fleet, and they decided to build up theirs. Well, 2 can play at that game. I have the money for it, although I should go to full fleet maintenance, shouldn't I? I'm going to stop you from drilling just to save that little bit of money, so now I'm actually at least in positive money. This man wants a new office, otherwise he will be very displeased. Well, let's see. Am I going to be that mad if you're very displeased? Yeah, your prominence is very high. I guess he's the friend of the general of the Second Army. Why is his prominence so high? I guess he had some job. Okay, well, let's find him something to do. He could be a religious researcher. There you go, man. Don't be upset. So at full fleet maintenance and full army maintenance, oh, we have a new city. We are just breaking even. Going a little bit into the positive as far as money goes. That's alright. But we need more ships if we're going to deal with Rome. I didn't expect Rome to undergo such a large fleet building expansion. But alas, they did, so. It'd be nice if we had enough military tradition to grab this ship damage done plus 10%. Go down this ship line. Maybe I should have done that from the beginning to really, enhance the navy. Yeah, in hindsight, I don't even know why I was going down this cavalry route. I thought it would be fun to use a lot of cavalry, I guess, but I mean, it is. Since I'm kind of leaning into light cavalry anyway, I think I'll just add maybe a little bit more light cavalry to this army. Maybe I'll just move these 10,000 troops. No, I like having them separate, so I might just add. Well, I am having some money issues. Add 5 light cavalry to that army. Ooh, there go my money issues. That was nice. Although I could just grab a new invention. Primary culture happiness. You know what? I think I'm going to wait until August in 1 year. So a little bit over a year. And I'll grab a new martial advancement. Alright, so again, we're just preparing for this war. If we declared war on Rome today, we could invite all of our allies. The Tartesians probably wouldn't be able to do us much good. They would have all their allies too. What worries me, though, is Rome suddenly has a larger fleet than we do, and it's a substantially larger fleet than us. But we also don't really have the money to build up our fleet by too much. Well, whatever I do, I know that I'm going to want another import route in Carthage, so let's go ahead and grab that. Ooh. Oratory, provincial investment cost minus 5%. That's the one I typically go for. I'm actually just going to go ahead and grab this invention. I know I was waiting for a new... That'll save me... honestly, not a ton of political influence. Let's see. What's 5% of 80? So it'd be 76 instead of 80. Alright, I'm not going to get that right now. I will add some more, just to increase my numbers. Let's do some more Liburnians to this fleet. After all, Liburnians are practically cost nothing to maintain. 0.1, so I could get 10 of them for only 1 ducat a month. Yeah, I wish I'd started going down this earlier. I could have dominated the seas, which I still plan on dominating the seas. I just planned on doing it through the use of numbers. Oh. Alright, come on. Spring into action. Defend borders. Go for it. I planned on dominating the seas through numbers instead of through military traditions. Which, I don't know, isn't necessarily the worst strategy. I figured I would have the money to do it, and I do have money. I'm gonna go ahead and say that he does know best. Let's make... He's loyal. When this happens, he's gonna all of a sudden start dropping his loyalty, won't he? Nope. Good. He is... I believe he's the general of my main army. Yeah, he is. And this is... That actually might help us out a little bit, as long as he keeps going up in loyalty, which he's not. Well, if he starts decreasing too much, we can, of course, just bribe him or remove him from the army. But that does help us, our economy a little bit, because we're not paying his loyal cohorts. Let's see, I'm gonna guess... Ooh, good news. This has to be the province capital of this province for Rome, because it's the only region they own. There's also no fort there, so if I were to land one of my armies there right away... Speaking of, it'll be this army. If I were to land one of my armies there right away, which I'm gonna go ahead and send you that direction... We would not only grab a vital port in North Iberia, but we would also be able to resupply our food stores there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We are going to declare war. I want to do it by the end of this episode, so let's go ahead and start this process. We don't have the... Oh, did we lose that fight? I guess we did. Yep, we sure did. Alright. They were just light infantry. Let's see, who are... Alright. Looks like my major army is going to have to come down and deal with some barbarians. That's okay. It is the third wave of my assault, so that's going to be fine. The third wave of my assault on Rome, that is. We will easily defeat those barbarians, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's declare war on Rome. Let's invite all of our allies. We need as much help as we can get. We're going to hit OK, and we are, even though we're probably going to lose the naval fight, let's go ahead and land in Rome itself. Yep. Siege down by barbarians, however, we are going to easily defeat them here. And then they're going to run away to there, and we will end the barbarian incursion. They have landed. I'm going to go ahead and get my ships out of here. Let's go ahead and bring them. Let's go ahead and pick up this army of 16,000. This army will cross right over into Dianum, which is the war goal. It is to take Contessa Meriadonalis, and this is the only province, or the only territory they have in Contessa Deodanulis, so as long as we hold that, we are in really good shape. Our fleet is coming home. We have eradicated the barbarian threat, and are now marching back northward. We have taken the war goal, so we're going to start getting that ticking war score. Now again, all we're really trying to do is grab that one little province. I'm, however, also going to remove you from the assigned a region. Let's put an actual general in charge and march you into Corsica. Let's place you because your family is scorned. Ooh, I have more scorned family members. Alright, let's go to our military offices. Looks like the populace, I haven't been watching this, but it looks like the populace faction is coming into power. They just, I mean, they have, this guy's, his charisma is at 7, which means he gets 0.4 Senate support per month. No one else can keep up with that, can they? No, not by a long shot. So yeah, we're going to have a populist member in control. That's alright though. It just decreases the amount of political influence I make, but we make 3.14 political influence right now, so that's not terrible. I'm going to hold on to my large war chest for the moment. You never know if I might have to hire some mercenaries or something. We are, you know, after all, at war with ostensibly, you know, it's the namesake of the game. They should be the most powerful country in the game every playthrough, right? So that one little fleet is going to block us off. That's annoying. Their fleet is, I mean, it's better than ours. I can add to this fleet. Let's give it some hexiers. And now let's bring you... My plan was to invade Corsica, so I'm actually going to bring you to these straits. Let's take control of the straits. These 28,000 men have done their work, and now we'll continue to move on. My allies, they are just regaining their morale. Once that happens, I'm sure they will attack with me. We have a new martial advancement. Morale of armies, morale of navies. It is going to increase my army and navy maintenance, though. Okay. Naval maintenance cost might actually be worth grabbing. Minus 10%. How much is my fleet? Currently there. Okay. That would at least offset all of the martial advancements. Also, that discipline could be really useful, although I'm going to go ahead and grab the naval maintenance cost. That'll help offset the larger fleet that I am trying to build. There's their fleet, including along with 28,000 men. So this was all for naught. I don't want to do that. So these 16,000 troops are just going to go back to Iberia. And I'm going to move my kind of quick response unit more middle tier. Them having control of the sea was not necessary. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't see it coming because I could see how many ships they had. I just thought I should be able to just avoid their navy, hopefully. Alright, the people of Carissa have long followed other faiths than our own, but it seems that there has started growing a belief in Melquart and his ways in the city. Though it is somewhat different from our own beliefs in the god, this could be a great opportunity to close the gap between our national faith and the local one. Melquart will bring them closer to us. Sets religion to Tertitanian tribesmen, of a Tertitanian tribesman to Canaanite. That's good. At only the expense of 15 political influence. I already have plenty of that, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm going to... I bet they're going to land those 28 cohorts. Honestly, this could be an interesting time for us. Let's put you back on these ships. Let's sail out here. Alright, we don't see them. I bet they're going to try to land those 28 cohorts in Africa. I'm all for that. Because they honestly... I mean, how many cohorts do they have? Alright, so they've done some recruiting. But I should be able to... I know where their fleet is now, so I should be able to go pretty much wherever I want without impunity. So let's go ahead and move you into Corsica after all. And these 124 ships will head this way. Yes, after all, there they are. Coming after Quarton. I guess that's understandable. If not, slightly annoying. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send these ships right to Carthage. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Nope. Let's go this way. Don't want to be entangled with those. So we're going to take them and we'll land them in the Balearic Islands. Carthage has landed troops in my territory. That is somewhat alarming, so let's go ahead and these 10,000 men will come and join with these 10,000 men, and we'll go and try to siege down those two separate armies. Let's also think about how much money we're making. Alright, we're good. And also, we control the war goal. They can take some slaves here, but we control the war goal. And after all we're trying to do is do this. We can't do it because we don't have 10 positive war score, but we'll get there, especially once our allies start getting involved, which it seems like they have. Unfortunately, I just let them sit, so they've lost a lot of their food, but... Seems to be a nice little army that they have. Both of them are very loyal, so I can't just inspire some disloyalty. Alright, well. We will be okay. We will definitely be okay. I do want to try to get these boats to Carthage, though. I want to land not only these 16,000 troops. I'm going to go ahead and just land these 16,000 troops up here in Iberia. I think that's where they're going to be the most help right now. We'll have you regain some food. Alright, so there are their ships. Okay. As long as we know where their ships are, we're in good shape. You are restocking your food supplies. No, you're not. Why not? You control this province. No, they control this province. Okay, so you're going to starve unless we get you to here, but you can't get there, so we better hurry up and siege down that fort. However, if I go ahead and capture this province, we'll be good. Alright, now my armies. And again, I'm okay that they're wreaking a little bit of havoc down here. That's alright. But now my fleet is going to try to make its way to Carthage. And just make that an even 10,000 man army real quick. Still doing fine on gold. You unfortunately are not doing fine on food. But you know what? You actually don't have to be doing fine on food. Let's just have you come here, because this is all in one province, and these troops, as soon as they capture this province, right there, are going to head to the capital of this province. Now I'll be regaining, once it's captured, I'll be regaining food in Iberia. Oh dear, it looks like I have let this happen, haven't I? Alright, so it's just these little ships that have... Alright, so we are going to win the race to Carthage, but we are going to lose 2 ships in the process. That's alright. They didn't at least they didn't take them. They're going to move 23,000 men where? It's probably coming to Iberia, or northern Iberia, although it could definitely be coming here. So let's move these 30,000 troops a little bit closer to home with those 20,000. We are kind of playing whack-a-mole, where we are just trying to compensate for what their armies are doing at the moment. It's fine. Alright, so they're actually coming to the Balearics. However, we now have 10 war score. So if we can just hold on to our kind of strategic locations, take some of their Iberia. So see, now they're regaining their food. Perfect. These guys will now come and... let's go ahead and just have you siege down that fort. Alright, our fleet has made it to Carthage. Let's embark and send you towards Sicily. Now, these 35,000 men should easily be able to take care of those 25,000. Yeah, now they're going to run away from us. Perfect. We have a new trade route. Let's go ahead and grab wood. Do we already have wood? Yeah, we do. Horses could be good. Fish could be fine. Let's do wood. Let's just keep going with that local tax rate. Now, we suddenly don't have anyone to defend us in Carthage itself, or in the province of Africa, so I'm going to go ahead, and since I have a little bit of money, let's just build some heavy infantry onto this. Yeah, we'll build 5 hoplites onto this army. Alright, we're going to wait for this army to get movement locked, whichever way it's going. It's movement locked. I'm going to attack. Let's go ahead and grab this discipline. We're going to need every military advantage we can get against Rome. They're doing a decent job against us. This fort should hold them up for a little while, so let's go ahead and start marching towards it with these 2 armies. We were victorious. We lost a bunch of men here, though, but they lost an incredible amount of men, and we only lost 30 elephants, man. So yeah, we definitely have a huge victory, and our first major victory of the campaign. Good for us. We are sieging down their territory, also good for us. Let's go ahead and siege down this one as well. We are making gains, however small. They control one of our Balearic Islands. They also control... What is this, Malta now? Or no, this is Malta, right? Millet. So I don't know what island this is. It is the province of... Or it's your Mena. Alright, well, they control... Alright, so that's where I'm going to have to end it for today, unfortunately. But we are at war with Rome, and because they have the naval advantage, we are kind of stuck. We are playing whack-a-mole. They are the ones landing in our territory instead of our grand designs of a three-pronged invasion. Prong 1 and 2, they are going well. Prong 3 is having to deal with the invasion of Sicily, which we should have seen that coming. Either way, we'll take care of it here. We know where our ships are. We know where their ships are at the moment. So I feel still really good about this. After all, we control the war goal. I'm going to leave 50,000 troops in here in southern Iberia to make sure that we will always control the war goal. They're not going to be able to run any farther westward. We should be able to catch them with these 20,000 men and hopefully defeat them at this fortress, especially if we can hit their armies separately. So I'm still feeling good about this war, although it definitely did not go to plan. But you know what they say about plans, right? No plan survives contact with the enemy. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end it for the afternoon. I hope you're having a great day, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all.